Oh, you got here. This was fun. You got backlash for your last mukbang you made because some homeless person asked for food.
Oh my god!
And you drove off.
Speaking of trafficking and slaves, this is we were almost trafficked, and everyone's like, "Wow, you wouldn't give them food?"
Sex trafficked. There was one solitary person asking for food.
There was 2 men in the back seat and a man next to her. She's in a car. She says, "I'm from Hawaii, but I have money. I'll pay you back, but can you give us food?" In a car next to us. Doesn't say she's a fan or anything. It was just like, and then as soon as I said, "Can you wait till we're done eating because I'm trying to get out of the situation," she goes to back up her car to back us in. There's 2 guys on either side. There's a guy in the front and then a guy in the back. So there's 2 guys total and her. She's like, "Oh, I'm from Hawaii." 20 minutes prior, another guy on camera is like, "Hey, I'm from Hawaii. You want a boyfriend? Want to hang out with me?" And it was just all really sus. And then she says she's from out of town, doesn't have money. How did you get here, bitch? Second of all, she's like, "Oh, can you give us some food? I'm not broke, but I'll pay you back." Okay, what?
Okay, can I stop you? I feel like you're embellishing based on this video.
I'm embellishing what?
Here, let's watch the video.
Okay.
You guys are eating some bullshit.
I don't love that.
Hi. Hi. No, you're good. No worries.
Oh. Her credit cards aren't working.
God bless. You know, grifters always go, "God bless."
She's in a car. She's not even a drifter. She's in a car.
She is?
You'll see it back up.
I'm not poor. I can give you my name.
I'm not poor.
I'll pay you back on Monday. Well, we don't really have any cash or anything.
I'm putting my seat up because I'm nervous. So I can drive away.
Okay, can we finish eating?
Bye.
What do we do? Can you
I find it interesting that you didn't remove this part. Why'd you leave it in?
Because later on we talk about it. For this very reason.
Okay.
Don't ever roll it down your window. You know what? Even if you're a fan, I will never roll it down my window again. Don't roll down your window for anyone. If you're uncomfortable, don't give someone food. The minute you reach out an arm is the minute they can grab you. They can kidnap you. I didn't get kidnapped. I got held ransom at Mexico. True story. I would never talk about this for this very reason. There was a resort opening two years ago.
You have way too many stories. You got held ransom in Mexico?
Swear.
Tell me everything.
But I don't like to give people ideas because this is what's so fucking scary.
Don't go to Mexico. I'm done going to Mexico.
Yeah, never.
Yeah, I'll never.
But I was posting for this resort, and you know what? It's a chain hotel. It was a big chain hotel.
They invited you there?
Yeah, nobody was there, right?
And someone fucking ransomed your ass? What city were you in?
We were in like right next to the Cabo one. Is it not Cabo?
Cosmo.
Cosmo? Is it? I don't know. It's like a big one. It's like one where they have resorts.
Puerto Vallarta.
Not Puerto Vallarta, but it's one with the sea, so it might have been Cosmo. Not Cabo.
Cabo.
Not Cabo.
Okay, whatever. You were in Mexico.
No, maybe it was Cabo. Anyways.
Okay, it's in Cabo.
And we were going to the van from the hotel that the hotel was going to provide us back to the airport. Mm-hmm. So I'm posting for them. They're like, "Hey, we'll give you like a free stay. Like, come post for us." So I'm posting, right? And so obviously people are seeing like my Instagram and they saw that I just bought a Lamborghini, like all this stuff. So they're seeing like all this stuff. And it was so weird. Nobody else was at this resort. Nobody. There was construction going on. The food was like frozen pizza.
Do you think they set you up? Frozen pizza?
Literally frozen pizza.
Fuck?
And
was it good?
Huh?
Was the pizza good?
No, it was all horrible. It was really, really bad. And I don't really like to share the story because I just don't like to give like the details of it because it was honestly the most like the scariest thing in my life. But we were held at gunpoint to get money. They needed us to get money out, and I couldn't get the transfer. They wanted like $100,000, and I couldn't do it. And then they wanted me to get out at the ATM first of all, and I was like, okay, there's no way.
Obviously not.
I'm not gonna get that. They're like, get $20,000 out of the ATM. I'm like, I have to physically go inside and get the money. So we ended up wiring them money. Like, it was so scary. They literally like left us on a ditch. They had like literally a gun to my head. Like I just don't really like I literally don't
I can't believe you never talked about this?
I don't like giving people ideas. I don't like I'm very paranoid for this reason. And anytime you watch my mukbang, you'll see people are like, she's super paranoid. There's clips of me like jutting out when I see anyone come out of their car towards my car. I'll jut out, whatever. Even if it's not for me, I'm ultra paranoid because of this happening. And this happened another time. I got held at a gunpoint in my house, and it was the same thing where it like I'm like, take whatever, and they were like, no, you have to wire me money. So there was 2 times that I was held. What is that, for ransom? I don't know what that is, but it was
robbery.
So my dad too. Yeah. My dad has money, and people know this. Like, he sold his company for a shit ton of money.
Really, your dad's rich?
So my dad has money, and they were like, So the same thing had happened to me when I was younger. Like when I lived with him, like 19, and it's happened so many times, and I was in a pink Rolls Royce, and yes, it's flashy, whatever, say what you want. It's like, oh, you're in an expensive car. What do you expect people are going to, and it's true, but that's such a target. People obviously know I have money. This is a girl and a thing, whatever. There's so many things that the moment you put yourself in a vulnerable situation, one time me extending my fucking hand when I worked at a Hooters on Hollywood Boulevard was the cause of fucking someone raping me on Hollywood Boulevard, and the cops didn't do shit about it. Like, it's because, you know why? I extended someone money because I thought that was the thing to do. Don't fucking do that thing, and don't ever listen to people being like, oh, like, you should have done this. What a bitch. Like, fuck you. Like, I'm a female. My mom's 60 in the back. My sister's right in this seat. The only reason I put my window down is I felt a little safer with my mom and sister in the car. If it was just me by myself, I would have like booked it out of there. And honestly, I should have. And as soon as I saw her backing up and backing in, you'll see I kind of swerved out to kind of get out because she was backing us in. Fuck that shit. That's just bullshit. For my birthday this year, I gave $32,000 away, $10,000 to my followers. Like, I am like the least selfless person, but I'm definitely, you come up to my car, like, fuck you.
Wait, can I ask you about this? So do you think they set you up when you went to that resort to rob you?
I don't know if they set me up or someone just saw that I was posting a lot and they knew where I was. So they're like, oh, this girl has money. Like, I don't know.
Mexico is really unsafe right now. I would not encourage anybody to go there right now.
I'll never go back to Mexico.
Yeah, me and Ela used to go there all the time, and we had really sketchy experiences, and we stopped going.
Yeah. Where'd you guys go?
We've been all over the place. My parents lived there for like 5 years, and back then it was like much safer. And I feel like since the rise of the cartel there, things have just become more lawless. And
what happened with you guys? Was sketchy?
Well, I was just super paranoid. Like, we would go to resorts, and I felt like people were following us, and like, because I would post on social media, like you said, and I'd be like, oh fuck, you know, people are gonna, because people get kidnapped there all the time.
Yeah.
Where my parents were living, there was like a fucking straight up gang war with grenades and like automatic rifles. There was like grenade explosions and holes in the wall everywhere. My parents bounced after that happened. And like, even at the airport, like, I brought my drone because I was going to vlog, and they go, you cannot enter Mexico unless you pay me sales tax on this drone.
Yeah.
And he was like on some crazy bullshit thing telling me that my drone cost 3 times more than it did and was trying to charge me $1,000.
Did you pay it?
I had to.
Yeah, I got arrested for bringing my camera. I was vlogging in the thing, and they arrested me, and then they told me the same thing. They're like, you have to pay us money if you want to get out of this.
It was just a straight up, he just pocketed that money for sure. He's like, it's the law. I was like, show me the law. I looked up at like the Mexican laws for coming. I was like, there's no fucking law that says this. He's like, dude, you gotta go. You have to leave or pay me. I was like, all right, fucker, I'm never coming back to your shit country.
Exactly, and you should be paranoid for that reason. And I'm so fucking tired of people like judging people for feeling uncomfortable. Like, anytime you feel uncomfortable, don't fucking do that.
Actually, I shouldn't call it a shit country because I love Mexico and Mexican people and the culture and the food and everything. It's so vibrant and beautiful, and I love being there. It's just a shame that it's become so corrupt and lawless, and it's tough.
It's so scary. It's so scary.
But that's crazy. So you were outside the resort, and then
we were going back to the what is it called? Airport.
Oh, like, you were leaving, and you grabbed a taxi.
No, we took the van from the hotel.
And that's the guy who kidnapped you? Oh, they must have been on it.
I think so, because they didn't help us the whole time we were there. Like, another incident.
Did you report it to the police or anything?
When we got back, we reported it because it's a chain hotel, and we reported it to the chain hotel, and literally nobody cared. Like, no one said anything. Did
you tell the social media person who told you to come there?
Never responded.
Huh?
The resort is still there too.
You could probably sue them because they're probably an international company.
It's a big company, I know. It was so scary, honestly. Like, it just felt like, even now talking about it, I literally still feel like.
So what happened in the car? You got in the car. The guy's driving. When did you know there was something wrong?
Almost immediately. He's like, do you guys have cash on you? And we're like, no. And then he's like, well, you need to go and take out $100,000 from the ATM.
Oh, immediately he was like.
Yeah, and then we saw we were going off the path. Like, because where we were, it's like Los Cabos or something. So I stayed there before at this place called Resort at Pedregal. So it's like in that area. But this was like a little bit off from that, you know what I mean? And it was a resort. And so he went off like the beaten path, like, you know, and I was just like, fuck. And it just felt bad right away. And I was like, I can't get $100,000 out of ATM. And then he asked me to take $10,000. I'm like, I got to go inside to get that. And he wouldn't let me go get it. So we did a wire.
You went in the bank and did a wire?
I didn't go in. I did it from my phone.
Really? You can do that?
Yeah.
And he got it immediately?
Well, he got it, and then he took my ID, and he took, like, I think I had like, I don't know if I had a check. I took everything. Like he had all my cards and stuff like that. He had all my address, like everything. So I don't like talking about this. Honestly, like I got phone calls after harassing me, being like, we're gonna like cut your head off, like all this crazy shit.
Asking for more money. What?
And so it's just like, and I don't like talking about it because I know people are like, oh, Trisha trolls and all this stuff. So it's like I don't like talking about it, but like that's the reason I'm like so paranoid. And like earlier this year, someone came into my house like while I was showering, and like it was like a very similar situation. It was very eerie. It didn't have to do with the stalker or whatever. It was like a very similar situation, and it scared the shit out of me. Like
you've been in a lot of scary situations. I've never been in any situation like that.
The person literally broke in to scare me because he didn't take anything, and it was so terrifying. And like anytime I feel like uncomfortable in any situation, I just like leave now. It's like, and I should have, because every single time, like when I've like, I was raped twice on Hollywood Boulevard, and it was both times when I was giving someone something, I would put my hand out, and that's when they like were able to like, it was bad. But I don't think you should ever give anything out. Homeless people, they'll use kids as a tactic. I've had that happen where someone literally used a child, and the child was like, I need money. And then that's when they came out from behind at my gate at Hollywood and Highland. Before there was like the condos there was a Burger King, and it happened right in the back lot of that. And there was a kid there, and like he wanted the money. And then that's when the guys came out and like mugged me, raped me, all that shit. And I was just like, it's crazy. And the fact that people like are even putting that out there, shame on them. Like Perez Hilton on TikTok being like, oh wow, you should have given them money, like given them food. Like fuck off. Like seriously, fuck off. Like it's so fucking annoying that that's like that's what people are putting out there. Like don't ever roll down your windows. Don't ever give people shit. Homeless people included. Homeless people are fucking crazy too. Like I'm sorry you're in that situation, but I'm not gonna put my
you could just give money to a food bank. You don't have to give people, you know what I mean?
Exactly. I gave money to COVID relief, Doctors Without Borders, like trans equality, like for people to take trans people off the street. I donate. I do that. You know, it's just it's fucked up. It pisses me off to no end. And I left that in because afterwards I said like, no, I'm not doing that. Like what the fuck? Like I wouldn't leave it in if I thought it looked bad. Like I would have edited it out. But I was like, and I'm so glad it blew up because I want more people to know that like, not to say we're being sex trafficked, I think we're past that age, but that's exactly what happens. People leave a little flyer out there. People say, oh, like an injury, you know, try to run into your car, or, like all this bullshit. If someone runs into your car trying to act like you hit them, go to the police. Like just call the police and be like, this person says I hit him. I didn't, but I'm going to drive because I don't feel comfortable getting out because that happens at night. I had a guy literally run into my car and like flip over, and I called the cops. And it's just like, there's so much sketchy shit when you're a girl.
I think when you're out and you're driving around in a car like that, you attract all those people who are trying to get a piece of you.
And Moses sees it when we're eating in the car. Like literally people will be like, roll down your window, like just, you know, or come up to the car, knock on it. Excuse me.
I don't want a Rolls Royce anymore. It sounds scary in that fucking car, dude.
It is.
The world is scary in that car.
It's scary. Just I drive it here. And
I'm getting a Prius, bro. I'm getting a Prius for my next car.
Well, that's why I got the Bentley, because I wanted it as like my everyday car.
Oh, that's your broke ass basic car. Bentley's an expensive car too, you know.
Well, we're gonna get like a Jeep or something, I think.
Get a Prius, please.
Okay, no, but anyways, I don't know. That's like
get a Toyota Corolla or some shit, dude. See, no one will bother you. No one will bother you in that car. Oh, how long have we been going, Dan?
Longer than 30.
Wrap it up. All right, let's do it.